This is how to structure your law firm P&L to maximize profit. All right, so you're probably wondering, how can my P&L actually help me make money? Isn't it just a printout of how much money comes in and out every month? Nope. So much more than that. If you take a little time to set it up properly, and I'm going to show you how right here. Before we get to that though, you're probably wondering, who am I and why should I listen? Why should I listen to what you have to say? Well, it's a great question. I'm Christopher Small. I own a 7-figure law firm, and I also own an accounting firm. Okay, so I use all of these principles for my law firm, and I use these principles to help other law firm owners and other service-based businesses get the maximum profit, get the maximum money, get the maximum efficiency out of their business. So I want to teach you how I do things, show you how I do things so that you can do them too. And if you want some help, I can help you too. Okay. So a good P&L is going to show you 3 important things quickly and specifically. It's not just a printout of a bunch of numbers that you don't look at every month. You look at it, it's going to give you some valuable information right away. First, it's going to show you the total amount of money that you have earned in a month. Not the amount that you think you earned, not the amount that you felt like you earned. It's going to show you the actual amount of money that you earned. Number 2, it's going to show you your total profit after you do the service. And then 3, it's going to show you the total profit after you pay for everything else. All the operating expenses, the rent, stuff like that. Each of these three numbers is super valuable and can give you information that can help you build your business and become more profitable. Okay, how do we do this? I'm about to show you. Okay, step 1, total revenue. Pretty straightforward. You just need to account for all of the money that comes into your law firm in a given month. The way I do this is to have a separate bank account that I call the income account that all of the money pours into. So somebody pays with a check, with a credit card, whatever, everything literally goes into that account. It gives you one big number a month. And again, ball don't lie. Okay, that number is what it is. Also, it's easy when you categorize income versus expenses, like in the QuickBooks or in Xero or in your accounting software. You can just add all that up, okay? But the bank account number and the QuickBooks number, they should match. That's called reconciliation, by the way. Okay, and then this gross revenue is going to be the top line number on your P&L. Okay, so think about having really 3 main numbers. The top line, gross. That's what we're talking about first. From there, well, a lot of people think about this number. A lot of people focus on this number. A lot of people brag about this number. For example, I just did when I said I own a 7-figure law firm. That's not me putting 7 figures in my pocket. That's 7 figures of gross revenue. Okay, it's still something I'm proud of, but it doesn't give you a lot of information or give me a lot of information about the health and the strength of my business. Because if I made 7 figures but spent 7 figures, it's not very good, right? Because none of that money is going in my pocket. And this is where a lot of law firm and service-based businesses can get in trouble, because they have all this money coming in, but they don't know what it actually costs to perform the service. Okay, that is the next thing that we're going to talk about. All right, this is going to be gross profit. Gross profit is the number that comes into play after you account for all of the things that actually provide the service. Okay, this is going to be things like, and by the way, this number, this line item is going to be called cost of service, or COS, C-O-S. Like I said, cost includes everything that goes into the actual service. So we're talking about paralegal salaries, paper, like printing, attorney salaries, okay? If they sell though, you're only going to account for the amount of time that they spend actually, in my case, we do estate planning and probate. So it would be drafting the plans, reviewing the plans, that type of stuff. That's going to go into this cost of service number. Okay, client expenses. For us, it's a deed recording fees. For you, it might be filing fees, a little portion, some of the internet, some of the phone. The things that you need to actually carry out the service, they're going to go into this line item. What this is going to tell us is, are we providing a service that is profitable for us? Okay, if after doing all this work, there's nothing left over, then you must raise your prices or you must get more clients. Okay, so for us, this cost of service line is static. It doesn't change a lot. You know, I know how much I'm paying my attorneys. I know how much we're paying for paper, for filing fees. These things are relatively fixed. So if we raise our prices, we're going to raise our profit. If we have more clients, we're going to do more work, still pay the same price for that work, profit goes up. Okay, so we want to know this number so we can tell if we're profitable. Important note here, if you are a solo attorney, you do not include your entire pay in this cost of service line item, okay? Only include what you'd pay someone else to do the work. So if you're not super busy, you may only account 25% of what you pay yourself to go to this cost of service work. The rest is going to be you as the marketer, you as the administrator, you as the phone answerer, you as the janitor, okay? All of these things don't go into this number. We just want to know how much does it cost to perform the service, okay? And then once you account for the cost of providing your legal services, you're going to be left with the number. This number, again, is gross profit, okay? Gross profit is what do you have left after you account for actually providing the service that you are giving. In an ideal world, this number is 50% or higher, okay? So for example, if you bring in 100K in revenue in a month, you want your cost of providing that service to be no more than $50,000. If it is, then you want to, again, examine this. Do you need to raise your prices? Do you need to get more clients, okay? Once we figured out the gross profit, then we're going to account for all of the other expenses of the business. These are called the operating expenses. These include everything other than the cost of providing the service: rent, marketing, ads, office manager, admin staff, receptionist, insurance, car expenses, meals and entertainment, networking, right? Bookkeeping, which you better have, software, all these things they count, okay? And here's where another opportunity for more visibility and more profit can come into play when you're thinking about itemizing these expenses. Most bookkeepers, not us, will give you a P&L with very broad categories. Advertising promotion, a number. Auto expenses, a number. Administrative, a number. Occupancy, a number. Personnel, a number. Okay, they'll just give you these 5 things with numbers. But it doesn't tell you anything else about what is actually going into those categories. We want more. Okay? In advertising, for example, with my P&L, I want to know, what am I spending on Facebook? What am I spending on Google? What am I spending on direct mail? What am I spending on networking? I want those line items categorized out so I can see what my spend is for the month, and I can figure out, am I doing the right thing? Am I spending enough? Am I spending too much? You know, are the efforts that I'm putting into these different platforms, are they paying off in the way that I want or not? In administration, I want to know, what is office supplies versus postage versus bookkeeping fees. Again, I want to know, am I paying my bookkeeper way too much for the service that's being provided? Am I spending $1,000 a month on office supplies? Is that appropriate? Can I find places to make changes and increase profitability? When I have more specific itemizations, I can figure these things out. Okay, I can decide where to cut. I can decide where to get more efficiencies. And when I do this, profit goes up. After you take out the operating expenses, you are then left with the number. If this number is positive, you have profit. If this number is negative, you have a loss. Hence, your profit and loss statement. With this information, you can now make strategic decisions in your business and put more money in your pocket. Okay, now this probably sounds like a lot of work, and that's why you should get someone to do this for you. Okay, it is a little bit of work, and it's definitely not a place where you should be spending your time. You should be spending your time getting more clients, optimizing your systems and processes, and doing probably anything else other than bookkeeping. Okay, I can tell you, I don't spend my time bookkeeping. I have a team that does that. That's part of why I created Big Bird Accounting, is to help you do the same thing. Okay, but we'd love to help you with that if you need help. All right, we charge a flat fee. We don't have contracts, so you can cancel anytime that you want if we're not doing a good job. We want to show up for you every month and prove to you our value, demonstrate our value, okay? And we're also really, really good at what we do. So that's a bonus. If you want to learn more, go to bigbirdaccounting.com/law firms. All right, that is it for today. I'm Christopher Small. Again, I'm the owner of Big Bird Accounting. We do your books so you don't have to. All right, that is it for today. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. Appreciate you, and I'll talk to you again soon. See ya.